Claro M. Recto.
Claro M. Recto was born in Chong, Quezon Province on February 8, 1890 to Don Claro Recto Sr. of Rosario, Batangas and Dunya Micaela Mayo Ablipa. In 1905, he went to Manila to study at the Ateneo de Manila University, where he obtained the most outstanding scholastic grades. He graduated in 1909 with a Bachelor of Arts, maxima cum laude. In 1913, he graduated law from the University of Santo Tomas and took the bar examinations the same year. He obtained his Masters of Laws also in UST.
He entered the government service in 1913. When he was appointed Secretary to Vicente Estrella Philippine Commission, he was charged with treason for collaboration with the Japanese. In the course of the preparation of his defense, he published 2 books, 3 Years of Enemy Occupation and The Law of Belligerent Occupation. Claro M. Recto did not take advantage of the amnesty issued by press. He was elected senator in 1955, ran as Liberal Party guest candidate for senator and won the 6th slot. But while on the mission, he suffered a fatal heart attack in Rome, Italy on October 2, 1960.
He died at San Camillo de Leyes Hospital, his wife by his side to whom he uttered his last words. It is terrible to die in a foreign country. Paradoxically, Recto died in a foreign land and his great love for his motherland remained in his heart up to his last breath.
The United States wrangled for its nationals through treaties, equal rights with Filipinos to own land and resources and do business in the country. But these party rights had expired. To many nationalists, it was a long road to full control of their economic destiny. The key to national progress was seen to be in national industrialization, the promotion of industry by Filipinos and for Filipinos. In the decade and a half that followed independence, the government itself took active steps to advance industrialization. But the glory days of Philippine economic nationalism were not meant to last. In the 70s, Filipinos were already in basic industry, operating steel mills and starting to manufacture their own car. We need not depend on foreign investment.
Alien control. Being controlled by the foreigners, they have per capita. They get more income than those of our own people. To discourage that industry from adapting and becoming more efficient under the pressure of foreign competition, the more you protect the industry, the more inflexible and inefficient it will likely become.
Economic nationalism will allow us to find fundamental and long-term answers to our issues of mass poverty, unemployment, underproduction, perpetual trade imbalance, and suffering and backwardness despite enormous natural resources and labor. In the economic area, nationalism is the ownership of a country's resources by its own people to ensure that they are used primarily for their own benefit and enjoyment.
Economic nationalism is a country's desire, aspiration, and willingness to better its material and cultural conditions using its own abilities, resources, and long-term labor for the benefit of the entire nation. A strong sense of togetherness among the people in a common desire to progress, improve livelihood, achieve worthy and noble goals, and enhance the good name, even glory of the national community, of the country that is the homeland, of the flag that symbolizes country, nation, and the nation's history and ideals is its mainspring. Economic planning. Our economy has stagnated. Our population has increased. Mass poverty and mass unemployment have been the inevitable result.
Carlos Polistico Garcia was a Filipino teacher, poet, orator, lawyer, public official, political economist, guerrilla, and Commonwealth military leader who was the 8th President of the Philippines. After President Ramon Magsaysay's unexpected death in a plane crash in 1957, Carlos P. Garcia was propelled to power to succeed him. President Garcia was one of the few outliers who resisted the idea of foreigners dominating the Philippines' economic sector. As a result, Garcia suggested the Filipino First policy, an economic policy that would promote and defend Filipino products, interests, and business participation. On January 25, 1960, he delivered his third State of the Nation address, in which he asked Congress to assist him in implementing his policies.
It is safeguarding Philippine interest. This policy stands against any form of dominance, whether by communists, by fellow Asian, or by Western powers. Native Filipinos are the majority controller of and main beneficiary of national wealth. Parity. It opens door to foreign direct investment. Foreign investment constitutes the very motivation for party rights. Further enlargement of party rights will make it more difficult for us to obtain American loans. The weaknesses of this is that it was very risky and can cause a national catastrophe, given that local investors and the government's financial stability was at low level and still weak. Also, they made a lot of adjustments to different kinds of matter, which is a hassle. Product and other investments from other countries is not allowed. They prefer sending Filipino workers abroad to work. This policy can most lower and productivity of the economy if they don't accept business partnership for foreign country.
In Philippines' first policy, the GNP or the other econometric statistical data for the Philippines as a territory may be great but mostly benefiting foreigners. Filipino First policy is designed to make native Filipinos majority the controller of and main beneficiaries of the national wealth. To regain independence, Filipino-owned businesses are prioritized over its foreign counterparts.
The main goal of both policies is not aimed discriminating among aliens, but solely the safeguarding Filipino interests while maintaining friendly relation with other nations.